Woo, people. Saturday and we made it. And I got out the door of my house before 9:30. Well, it might have been 9:31. I don't know. Okay, let's do some tagging. All right. Hi, Kimberly. Gosh, I just think your little baby's so cute, Kimberly. Hey, Audrey. Guys, I'm right back in the parking lot of gymnastics again. It's almost recital time, so we're here on Saturday morning. But I got up. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm out of my house in the world. We're headed to a birthday party after this. What are y'all doing today? Kimberly, Audrey, what are you doing today? Alright guys, if you're watching and you don't see the live button, you're not live, but that's okay. Send me a comment. If you're catching me on YouTube, which I'm spending lots of time on over there, leave me a comment, send me a message, send me an email, say hey, let me know where you're catching me from. Alright, today's a fun Saturday. Alright, first, well, I had hoped there would be a couple more people, but there's not, so what else? All right, if you don't mind to like, comment, and share when you see my video. Guys, do you have one thing that you do for yourself that's like just yours? I do. I read every night. Oh, thanks, I did it today. Thanks, Audrey. I feel like my eyes are never even, but you know, what else? I also fixed my hair. I've not had a haircut, I bet, in 6 months, probably. I need a haircut so bad because, like, this part is, like, getting crinkled up or something. Alright, guys, my thing is that I am a reader, and that's just like my one thing that I get to do that's just myself. I get to like just read quietly and like escape from the world a little bit and like take a trip to somewhere else in a book. Anybody else read? Like, anybody else love books? I try to read every day before bed. Sometimes I give myself a little bit more reading time on the weekend because I think it's the weekend, you know? And we don't do homeschool and we don't on the weekend, and I work but not as much. So I sometimes, like, if my husband's driving somewhere and I'm in the car with him, like, I'll take a book, or I'll take a bath and take my book in there. Like right now on my knee in the car is a book. Oh, Melissa, I swear I'm obsessed. Tell me what your favorites are, girl. So I actually have a reading buddy. One of my besties and I read together. We have like a whole list of things we want to read. We've been reading, this is the 4th book in a series, and the first one was called Into the Wilderness. And it's like early colonial America. There's all kinds of different elements. I mean, it is a love story. There's also a lot of history in there. It's like, if you know Outlander, I have my Sassenach shirt on. If you're fans of Outlander and you've read Outlander or you've watched the show, it's Outlander-ish. It's Outlander-ish. It has like some history elements, some romance, like a little drama, a good storyline. It's not on the same level as Outlander, but it is good. And this is the 4th one, and I think there's one more. But I'm also reading at the same time a book called Nightingale, written by Kristen Hanna. Like, my friend and I, Teresa, we are reading 2 books at the same time. But she's in Utah, and we're never on the same thing. So, like, I'll read one and get ahead, and then while she catches me, I'll read the other one. And then she'll read the other one, and then I'll go to the next one. So, I have such a big list. I recently read something called Everything, Everything. Like, if you're just looking for a quick, easy read, Everything, Everything. I read it in a day. I just needed something fast. So that's my thing, guys. And I mean, I like to do all kinds of things. I like to kayak, if you saw my story from earlier this week. I also love to horseback ride, but I feel like I don't ever really get time to do that. Tyler and I were just recently talking that we love to roller skate, but we haven't done it since Cruz was born. We're gonna go roller skating soon. I loved it. My honest happy place is on the beach, looking at the ocean with my toes right in the edge of the water and a book. Like, that is my jam. Like, and I haven't done that a lot in the past years because Cruz is little, but she's starting to get older and she's starting to play a little bit more independently. And like, I'm going to the beach next month and I just want to read on the beach. See, Melissa, I can't do the Kindle. I have a Kindle. I also have an iPad for work, but I can't, like, I just want to smell the book, you know, and I want to, like, look at the book and hold the book. Every time I open a book, every single time, I smell it, and my kid does it too. And if we don't smell it, she's like, Mom, I gotta smell the book. Hi, Melissa. She's like, we gotta smell the book, Mom. So I'm definitely a book smeller. Now, who else? Who on here likes coffee? Can you raise your hand if you like coffee? Or if you don't like it, then tell me that too. Like, drop me a comment, because y'all know when you comment, that helps my algorithm. Which helps me, right? I'm trying to become a social media personality, people. Yeah, so I don't keep books, Melissa. So what I do is, have you ever heard of Thrift Books? So Thrift Books is a website, and you can buy used books, new books. I buy used mostly, and like, I buy them like for $2 or $3 or $4, and you earn points, so then you get a free one. And then when I've finished, unless I love it and it was epic, then I sell it. I mean, I will keep my Outlanders. I don't know if I'll keep these, because sometimes I pass them to friends. But most of my books, I either trade them for another book or sell them, because I don't have enough room. And I normally don't reread unless it's epic. Now, I am going to reread the last one of the Outlander, because the next one's coming out in November, and I need to recap. So those I might reread, because there's so much in there. Alright, so coffee. Me too, Marcy. I swear I'm obsessed. Like, I always have a book with me. Always. Always, always. I don't do a lot of rereads, but, I mean, the one I've read over and over is the series called All Creatures Great and Small by James Herriot. It's about a veterinarian in, like, the early 1900s in the Yorkshire Dales, and he's the best storyteller I have ever encountered. You will laugh, you will cry, and you will fall in love with the characters. And it originally was a 7-book series, I think, and they shortened it to 5 or 4. I've read it over and over. Tyler and I read it out loud together, because he likes to be read to. So, like, if we're traveling, I'll read to him. Yeah, I love to read. So those are really my only rereads. All right, people who are saying they love coffee. Yes, it's great. It's epic. Like, it should be considered a classic. And it's semi-autobiographical. Like, he was a real live veterinarian, and these are his stories. And they also have them broken up into, like, you can buy, like, the collection of dog stories. Or they have a book of stories for kids. Like, they're very just pick up a chapter and it's like a complete story in a chapter. You can follow them in the chapter. And some of the things are so hilarious. Like, once he had to examine someone's bird and the lady was deaf and she was just like, oh, I love my bird, she's all I have. And like, he went in there to examine the bird, and when he picked it up out of the cage, it like died in his hand, and he was like, oh my gosh, I can't tell this lady that this bird is dead because it's like the only friend she has in the world. So he was like, well, he said, well, Mrs. So-and-so, I need to take the bird into my office because she's going to need to have her beak clipped. I'm going to just need to take her in because I don't have the right tool. I'll bring her back. He like searches everywhere and finds her a replacement bird that looks just like it. And the lady's like, oh, you know, since you got that bird's beak clipped, he sings all the time and he never used to sing before. It's a different bird. Like, there's just so much goodness in those books. Like, it's just wholesome goodness. And there was a TV series called All Creatures Great and Small in the 70s or the 80s, but last year they redid it, and it was on, and you can buy the DVD, like a modern day, like, well, it's set in modern day, but it was made in modern day. Such a good, I really kind of want that, you know? So, okay. Coffee lovers, if you have not heard, a pharmacy on June 1st is launching the first step of their health and wellness, and it's coffee. It's Nutri Coffee, and it's made with chicory, which I'm going to do some deeper research, but my initial research says that chicory is, good for liver problems, liver restoration, the gallbladder, a cancer fighter, weight loss. I'm really not a coffee fan, but I'm super pumped because a lot of nutritional things are not good for your liver. Like a lot of like skinny drinks and shakes and that kind of stuff, you have to be really careful because there's no long-term studies on that. And, you know, liver, you got to protect your liver and all those things. You can't, it's not all just about being skinny, you know. I'm going to be skinny, but I'm going to sacrifice my insides. It's not quite like worth it, you know. But, chicory is supposed to be really beneficial to the liver, the gallbladder, the intestines. So like, it's going to be really interesting to try that. So I don't drink coffee, but I might have to start trying it because I'm interested in that. And I don't even know how to make coffee, but I guess like you have to get a coffee pot. Like, I don't have one. Helps with digestion and blood sugar control. See, like, so many benefits to chicory. Like, I'll be interested to try that out, but I first have to get a way to make the coffee. Maybe they need to sell coffee pots, like pharmacy coffee pots, so you can have people who want to try the coffee but do not drink coffee. Like, I don't know. I know lots of people drink coffee. My whole life I drank Diet Coke. And when I got pregnant, I stopped drinking Diet Coke and I drank regular Coke. Now I don't drink any of that, but I do drink natural peach tea for caffeine. All right, so that is coming. It is going to be very exciting. Also, today, before I get off and get my kid from gymnastics, our ink liner, look at my, oh, and I have something on my face, I see. Our ink liner, today there's a bundle sale. So guys, these ink liners are $16. They're a favorite of so many of my customers. And today when you buy one, it's $16. When you buy two, you buy the second one for $8. And you can buy four, I think. Is it $32, guys? Am I right? So you get like 4 for the price of 2. You get 2 free. So it's really awesome. So if you want to try them, you can mix and match colors. We have black, green, light blue, dark blue, and dark brown, or coffee, right? Coffee colored. So definitely check those out. Such a good deal this weekend. And guys, I guess that's all. I gotta get ready to get my kid and change her so we go to the birthday party. All right, y'all. If you're catching the replay, please comment. Let me know what your favorite book is. Drop your favorite book in the comments. And if you have a couple, just tell me a couple or pick one. Let's hear about your favorite books. I already told you a lot about mine, and you should definitely read them because they are so worth it. If you love animals. If you don't love animals, it's probably not going to be your jam. But if you really love animals, you're going to love those books. Alright, guys. This is Jamie Jarrett from Car Talks with Jamie. And I'm peacing out. Peace.